guys, so I forgot that I was gonna record the process of me making the rest of this cosplay. So I haven't gotten that far, but I made this whole thing. So this is like this piece right here. It's gonna be gold, and this is floor mat foam and craft foam. I sanded the edges of everything, even the craft foam, and then I glued it on, and then I kind of like glued the edges down so it's more seamless. I know it looks like pretty rough, but once it has the fabric on it, it should look not rough. So here I was like trying some different like embroidery things for, you can't see, I'll put the picture on the screen, but it's this part of her, whatever this is, and on her hat, I was gonna do beading or embroidery. So I haven't decided what I want to do, but I think I'll do something like this embroidery wise. Gosh, my voice sounds terrible. I'm sorry. I did just wake up. Okay, and then I was just doing some testing because I wanted to crochet this lace. I don't know if I'll have time to do it, but I will replace it with crocheted lace. There's already lace on there, but I thought it would be a nicer touch. So I just did some test swatches to see if I wanted to use like ribbon or this yarn, just to see. This is just like just a little block, but I wanted to see kind of what it would look like and what it would feel like crocheted up. Yeah. So tedious. Look at this tiny little hook. Wait, in comparison to my hand, that's how. Wait, there you go. I cut out these pieces for my hat. Sorry, a lot of this, I've been jumping around a lot, so this is how it's just gonna be. You might not see something finished until a couple videos down the line. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna even finish this today or cover it, but we'll see. These are like ultra heavyweight interfacing for my hat that I'm remaking, so I cut that out, and then I have a bloomers pattern that I already like had made a long time ago, but yeah, just messing around to see how long, I guess, how long I want to make them and how high I want to make the waistband. It's been a while since I've made bloomers, so I can't remember which fit I like the best. So I did cut out the little pile of red over there is the bloomers. I know it's messy, that's just what happens. So I'm going to sew up those mock pair of bloomers to see if that's what I want to do, and then adjust however I need to. And then these are some test little pieces for this part on her staff. I wasn't sure how wide I wanted to do the gold strip. Bigger than this, smaller than this. That's what I wanted to do. And then I put interfacing on the back of the gold, which makes it so much easier to sew. I wish I knew that beforehand, or not sew, but like it makes it so much easier to iron, which is important when you're doing stuff like this. You need to be able to iron the seams flat, and like this is like a huge pain in the butt, and it wouldn't really stay, but with the interfacing it like stayed. So I'm just like, that'll make that easier. This is the pattern for the little ruffle on the hat. I don't know, what would you call this little dangly bit from the hat? But yeah, so I gotta make that. And then it has a similar thing for the bow the flower that's on the 7. There's these little tab looking things. And I think it'll just be like this, gathered at the top or something. So that, and then I have this lovely aggravating thing. I mean, it's not aggravating anymore because it's done, but this is for the garter on her leg, and this is the like kind of patterning it out to see how high I wanted to, like how wide I wanted this to be, how I wanted the ribbon placement. And so this is this. Then I had to transfer this onto here, which was a little, so it wasn't super difficult, but it was just like, why are all the lines slanted? It's like, because it's your leg. and it's curved, and that's gonna be right. Like, it'll look okay when you have it on, I hope. Here, I'll show you. But yeah, see how, I don't know if you can see. Oh, great, the lighting's corrupting over here. But see, it kind of looks straight up and down, kind of, for the most part, when it's on. So, yeah. Okay, so these bloomers are definitely too short. They're more like, I guess bloomers are underwear, but you know, getting close to modern day underwear. So on the pattern, I kind of folded this down and cut it here. So I cut it the small. I just wanted the smallest that this pattern had, I guess. I feel like even in the back, like this needs to come, the waistband needs to come up higher, so I don't have to, I don't know. I just feel like there's not a lot of space in the back from my butt. But that could also, that's probably part of, what is it, the length of the legs. But I don't know, I'm like, I mean, I guess the crotch feels okay. Doesn't feel like the crotch is too high, but it just feels like, I don't know, there's like no puffiness. But again, that's because of the length too, so I don't know, I might make the waistband higher or something. I don't know. As for this, I'll probably cut this at the longest length because it does need to have a ruffle that sticks out at the bottom. So I was just looking at my pattern and I noticed that I wrote too short on this line that I cut it on. Like, I guess I've done this before, and I left a note for myself to be like, don't make it this short, but I did it anyway. So this is the garter, and you see there's chalk lines where the red ribbon's supposed to go. All the stitching is kind of just like basting stitches to kind of tell me where the seam allowance is, and then this is where the green is gonna go, so it's just kind of like a guideline for me. And so I'm gonna sew on the red this way, and then I'll probably mark the center and then sew on that one. Don't know how I'm gonna attach the green, but we'll see. But the back is just the green fabric because I have more of that left over than the orange, and I need the orange for my bloomers. So I was gonna have all the ribbon sewed on to the next clip, but I ran out of ribbon. So yeah, that sucks, but I got some more. It came from Walmart. This ribbon came from Michael's, so it's not exactly the same. I just didn't feel like going to Michael's and Walmart because I had to go to Walmart for groceries and stuff. So here, I guess I'll show you both of them. Here is, this is the Walmart ribbon right here, and this is the Michael's ribbon. Looks like it's a little bit lighter and it's more narrow. So, but I think it'll be fine. This was weird. So I started sewing this together, but things weren't lining up because when I ironed this part flat, I kind of like curved it, and so it kind of stretched out one side. So now I have to, well, I only have one more piece left, but I have to iron it. So it is, look at all this thread. I had to iron it so that it kind of bunches. As you can see, it's kind of bunched here. So hopefully once it's all sewn together, it should be fine. But I had to iron it back out straight. As you can see, I had sewed it together and then I had to seam rip it. It's a pain in the butt. I'm like, this is supposed to be an easy part. Why? I added the green on here and I don't like this. I'm probably gonna go to Michael's and get the same ribbon. It just looks different just a little bit. I don't know, you can't really see it that well, but like I can tell. So I'll probably just take this off and replace it with the correct ribbon. Here's a little, I don't know what to call this thing that's on the hat. Little hat scarf. What is that called? But it's almost done. I just sewed the ribbon on it, and then I just have to sew that together. Here is the tails for the staff bow. Right there. These are I'm probably gonna press them again and then I can put them on the staff. Here are these pieces that go on the, like this flower on the 7. I kind of did some test pieces to see kind of how I want it to be shaped. At first I was going to melt the edges, but that doesn't look great because I felt like ironing it would be too bulky. But looking at the picture, I probably don't have to, not ironing it, sewing it would be too bulky, the seams on the inside. But it looks like I can just sandwich them together and then put the ribbon on the edge to kind of seal the seams so I don't have to like do anything. I mean, I guess I could still burn it because you wouldn't see it once the ribbon's on the edge. I'm not sure what shape I'm gonna use. Probably not this one. Oh, sorry, so tired. Hello. So I started on remaking the hat. Here is the hat that I have, which it looks great. I think it looks great, but the inside, ugh. So I want to line the inside with red, just like how the jacket is lined with red. I thought that would be really cute. Green would be cute too, but I don't know. I just wanted to keep it with the jacket. So, I mean, there's some stuff. It's not the cleanest. It was definitely a rushed job. So I want to, you know, remake it better. I was just trying to get the hat in so I could enter the competition. I am going to be reusing the brim. Yeah, so here is the little, whatever this is, for the hat. So this is, what gauge is this? It's 18 gauge wire. So I'm going to zigzag stitch this on. I learned how to do this, well, how to make this hat from Angela Clayton, her pillbox hat tutorials. I think I'm using the method from the heart-shaped one more than just the plain one because this is a, I don't know if you can see it, but it's like bigger on top than it is at the bottom. So a regular pillbox hat tutorial wouldn't work for this, so I'll be following the heart-shaped one. Then I have these little things for the 7. I still don't know what shape I was going to do, so I just made this shape and this shape, and I'm just going to make them all. I accidentally pushed the Bixby button on my phone, which I do a lot, which is so aggravating. Samsung. Anyway, so I was talking about these and how I only need 2 of them, but I wasn't sure what shape, so I was like, I'll just make them, and then whatever shape I like is what I'll use. I fixed it. Well, I replaced the ribbon. I don't know if it looks, probably doesn't look too much different, but like, I will be able to sleep at night. I mean, I could sleep at night, but here's the old ribbon. And I don't know. Sometimes I'm just a little nitpicky like that.